It's that time again. It's time for another Saturday night special where we talk about everything rockhounding related. Well, it has been quite the week here. We have a lot of subjects I would like to go over this evening, so I think we're just going to hop right into it. This thing, it's kind of oily. This is the Thunder Egg clamp, okay? That I made and put a video up on that. Already having used it some, I have some ideas for version 2. So version 2 is already kicking around in my mind. I think it's going to be a lot better. I think it'll be able to clamp down on a wider variety of Thunder Eggs and other just kind of general round rocks. It will be more adjustable. But, you know, in lieu of a Thunder Egg clamp building expert coming by and saying, hey, this is how you do it, there's not a lot of info, right? I mean, a big part of this is the research and development phase of it, where you build something, you cut with it, you learn, you make something better. Actually, I should have probably grabbed a Thunder Egg. Let's grab one. Here's part of the problem, okay? The perfect situation would be to have something that can grasp the Thunder Egg, right? And then cut a flawless center line. So you really need something that's going to not really clamp, but like grasp, you know, kind of like the tripod that the camera is on. It's very stable because it's a tripod. So I'm thinking like a 3-pronged, like tooth thing that is going to grasp into the little voids on a Thunder Egg, and they'd be adjustable, and you could grasp it, clamp that thing then in your saw. I have some different ideas on how to maybe accomplish that, but something akin to that is kind of what I'm leaning towards for the next Thunder Egg holder, which that might take a little bit, you know. These things, there's a lot of things stewing as I go through the research process. So over on the community tab on the channel, I posted this rock, and now you can see the difference in the finish. So I was kind of being a little bit of a tease. I didn't say what this actually was. Okay, so this came out of my slab saw. Let me see here. Yeah, this came out of my slab saw, and I had just sharpened the blade. So what you're seeing here, right, is the metal burrs on that blade working their way out, and right there they get smooth. Not dull, but the metal raised burrs from the peening of the blade have kind of like all broken off and stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see it like that, where it's like good, you know, it's working that roughness out, and then it gets smooth through the rest of the cut. And then the rest of my future cuts will have that finish on it. Thought that was kind of interesting to see it like that. Yeah, you know, kind of neat to see that process like encapsulated in a single stone. Well, Mr. Wade, I'm sure some of you know who Mr. Wade is, Quartz Cowboy. He sent some rocks. Well, he sent more than just some rocks. He sent some stickers. He sent a t-shirt for Sarah. He sent a bath bomb. I don't have the t-shirt and bath bomb out in the shop. I probably should have grabbed those. But he also sent a bunch of rocks. So let's look at some of the rocks that he sent. They're pretty cool. Now, this is a palm frond fossil. Now, imagine this as being like part of that big kind of classic tropical palm frond. I can't speak tonight. Well, this came from, I think it's fair to say, central Washington, west central Washington. And yeah, I mean, it's very cool. I would love to go out and see some bigger specimens of this, but I think everything he sent was from Washington, which is awesome because, well, I'm in Washington. Let's see. This is some of the chert that you can get up at Red Top, which is very cool, very pretty stuff. I'm going to save the best for last. I guess that's subjective. So here's some of that, I think he calls it the blue candy. It's like this blue sea maggot that he finds. Very pretty material. I think that would be fun to like polish up. I don't know, maybe like get that rough off of there. That could be also fun. He sent a bunch of stuff. So we have this really big dogtooth calcite. I guess you could call it that. Is it dogtooth? Well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really a crystal guy, so I'm a little behind on the terminology. Sent a number of other things which are very cool. Look at the sparkle out of that. Really, though, there's two here that really stood out as far as what I think is kind of extra amazing. Obviously, like, this would look beautiful, polished up. But let's look at two that I think are amazing. First off, check out the sea maggot. Look at that. That thing is screaming to be polished. Now, I had an idea. Maybe you guys could chime in and let me know what you think. I'm thinking I could polish this face, polish that face, trim this, and kind of have it be this thing that would stand up and either polish it all the way around, or on the Richardson's high-speed sander, just like grind all of this rough off, and just like have this big, fully polished up sea maggot. So let me know what you think. I mean, I think taking the sides off would kind of make it not really look like a sea maggot. But yeah, I think maybe just one side. I don't know. Well, he sent something that I don't have any of this type of stuff, but you're gonna like this. This is pretty cool. Check that out. Look at all of this. This giant plate of quartz crystal. Like, it's very amethyst-ish looking. Like, there's or maybe that's like little hematite inclusions in here. I mean, it's a beautiful little a beautiful plate of quartz crystals. So, man, that's very cool. Wade, if you are watching this, thank you very much for this. One thing I have a question about, I might have to do some identification on what this stuff is right there in the middle. What the heck is that? I mean, it's kind of hard. It's, yeah, I don't know. That'd be fun to do some research on. So, very cool stuff. If you go back a little bit to the Aventurine video that I did outside of OMAC, that's in Washington. Well, I have gone through all of that material, cleaned it, double cleaned it, and well, I have gone through and started to do my cuts on it, and look at the green in this. I'm really trying to determine what makes for some nice material out there. And, you know, really, you got to, like, kind of go multiple times, you know, for some of this stuff. I mean, going to a location twice, thrice is always better than going once. I learned a lot about what makes for quality material out there. We'll definitely be heading back because I know so much more. But I did that to all of the other pieces, and there's a couple that I now know from cleaning up where I'm like, nah, see that quartz going through there? That doesn't look good. I don't care for that. But how do you know unless you clean it? And this was all like caked with dirt and stuff. I mean, you can't really do that out in the field. But anyways, I thought that was interesting to see some of this stuff like really, really clean now. You can really see that sparkle in there. By the way, Aventurine, it's basically quartz with chromium and mica added, and that's what gets that color, you know? Well, some of the heavy subjects we need to cover, which, you know, if you are not into possibly some more negative subjects, this one you might want to tune out right now, and I appreciate you for coming by. Otherwise, maybe stick around for a moment. So, the state of Washington has been toasty, toasty hot. It's been warm here. Abnormally warm. Well, our Department of Natural Resources Commissioner, Hillary Franz, she's made the decision to close DNR managed properties to the public. And people have kind of been freaking out, like, with good reason. Their reason for the closure is that they don't trust people to not start fires. And although I understand that, I understand the fire conditions that we have right now, I think the fact that the public lands remaining public should kind of supersede that, and that, because they're not entirely closing them, right? Because see, here's what a lot of people don't know about DNR. A lot of DNR, it's not just like some giant land mass with like 2 roads going in it. It's like speckled out here. So they can't technically close it because people have private property, and the only way of accessing that private property is through DNR lands. So you can't gate these properties, and logging companies are still logging as far as I can tell on DNR. DNR also leases a lot of lands where if you look at it on the map, you drive by it and you're like, well, wait a second, like 90% of the land here is being farmed, because DNR will actually lease their land out for farmers to use. So it's kind of a big, it's a big confusing thing. And I worry that it really sets a precedent for the shutting down of public lands, not because they are on fire, not because there's fires nearby and people are in danger, but just the potential of people starting a fire, which I think a lot of the current fires in the state of Washington, at least, they're all lightning caused. I might be wrong there. I think some are man caused, but a lot of them are lightning. And I mean, I don't know. Why don't you let me know what your thoughts are on that? Because I'm a mixed bag on it, I don't like my public lands being quote unquote taken away, closed, if you will. I'm not sure if that is something that I'm personally willing to abide by. I know it's probably not the best thing to be on the internet saying you're not going to follow the rules, but at the same time, I mean, I think to be totally fair, everybody kind of has these things that they're willing to, I don't know, break the law on, I guess. I mean, like a lot of people, they have that, they're okay driving 3 miles an hour over the speed limit. They're okay, that stop sign that's near your house, you kind of do a little roll through on it, or, that type of stuff where it's kind of no harm, no foul thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a touchy, complex subject, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't even be talking about it here. The other thing that I kind of really wanted to touch on is Hansen Creek. Now, I know a lot of people out there in YouTube world here on the Currently Rockhounding channel probably don't know about Hansen Creek, or maybe you do. But let me explain. Hansen Creek, it is a very old and prolific location on the western side of Washington, pretty close to Seattle, where you can dig quartz crystals and even find some with amethyst in them, amethyst-tipped quartz crystals. Well, historically, there's always been a couple of claims up high above the public dig area, and I use that loosely because public dig, it's kind of straddles a couple of different land boundaries and stuff. Well, people have been flipping out, and they're flipping out over the fact that the new claim owners of the claims above kind of where everybody digs, well, they are reestablishing the claim boundaries because you've got some new owners up there, and kind of what the public was digging in has now gotten smaller. And I see kind of a little bit of both sides of it. Obviously, the claim owner has legal rights, like it or not. That's not, maybe a claim video should be in the works, but they have legal rights to do what they're doing. What I don't like, though, is I know the pushback has been immense. I've seen it firsthand, and we're talking on the level of death threats. A bunch of expletives and some killing involved, directed towards these new claim owners that are reestablishing what they technically have mineral claim over. Well, I think this is such a bad idea right now. It's so many levels. Okay, threatening somebody on the internet, telling them you're going to kill them. Those are terrible ideas. That's really going to blow back against those people, you know. And I've actually had the misfortune of knowing some very violent people in my life. And one thing I've learned about really violent people, truly violent people, is they rarely ever telegraph what it is that they want to do. They just do it. But some rocks, some crystals are not worth killing someone over, right? Like, let's just, I mean, it's just not worth it. And people are flipping out. So rather than just going off of hearsay and stuff, I actually got on the phone with the new claim owner and had a fairly significant conversation with him. And, you know, I think that people might be reading the situation a little wrong. I would, you know, yeah, I think people are misreading the situation. You should always wait till all of this stuff is out there. I mean, I think that if people had conversations with the guy, they would realize that he's not a devil in disguise, you know? Anyways, there's that. Let's leave that there, you know? I think everybody needs to take a chill pill on that subject and maybe just, you know, dial back the emotions a little bit. The crystals are still there. The public area for digging is still there, although a little bit smaller. And that's going to be that, I think, with Hansen Creek. And, you know, he has plans on cleaning it up, getting rid of all the trash, knocking out all the tunnels that people dug, and doing some site fixing and cleaning up, which, you know, I mean, we've talked about, Hansen Creek in the past. There's nothing wrong with wanting to try to right the ship some, which, sure, that's so be it, I say. But what do I know? I haven't actually been to Hansen in years. So, well, let's end this on a high note. What do you think? This coming week, we have some good videos coming up. I think it'll be a lot of fun. One thing that we're going to be kind of pushing back into a little bit here on the channel is doing some mines, hitting up some mines, underground mines, and we're going to be doing some lapidary work. We're going to kind of be taking some steps back into those topics here, which I think will be a blast. Yeah, it'll be good, everybody. It'll be good. Don't stress over little things like claims and stuff like that, you know. Try to worry about the bigger things in life. What's important is building connections with people, having memorable experiences, and there's plenty of other cool material to go around. All of this stuff that Quartz Cowboy sent me. I kind of like this logo, by the way. Like, it's like the lasso going around that. It's cool. All of this stuff that he sent me, like this, I mean, this is public land that he found this on. Like, that's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty awesome. Well, let's leave that one there. I appreciate you coming by, hanging out with me in the shop tonight. Hopefully you can get out and do some rock hounding this weekend. And as always, I will catch you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching my entire video. If you like the content that I'm producing here on this channel and you want to support the content even further, you can do so by becoming a channel member by hitting the join button down below. The membership comes with a growing library of exclusive videos and just great other extra content. So just follow the links down below and I will see you on the next video.